My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the advocating voice of indie advocates. Back to you guys on this 16th issue of Kickstarter Last Rites. We unfortunately could not make issue 15 last week. I apologize for that. That was a health issue with me. I am going to try to get through this show as best I can. I'm sorry if I sneeze or cough during the program. We're going to go through our list and then dive into all these amazing projects. So let's get started right away. We just did a mic check. Mic check seems fine. So let's do this. I can now see anyone who makes a comment, so feel free to make comments in the section, and we'll talk to you about it. Here we go. And we're going to go down our list. Okay, and remember that supporting Kickstarter only takes a single dollar. $1 show supports, attracts attention, funds projects, supports creator, and creates new worlds. Kickstarter for the independent creator. A second edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding. Today's show, we're going to have Light Earth, Nikolai Volkov, Stormie, Staunch Ambition, Spencer Spooky, Dead Duck and Zombie Chick, and Duels, the new guy comic book. So we're going to get right into it right away. We're going to start our program. It doesn't matter what order we do it in. So we're going to start here with this. We're going to go into the video. We'll load this one while we're not there, and then we'll jump into the actual Kickstarter. So without delay, let's jump right in, and let's get crazy.
What if it turned out that every supernatural conspiracy theory was true? Roswell happened, Area 51 is real, aliens are conducting experiments on Earth, Bigfoot exists, and strange things are occurring 2 miles below the surface of the Archuleta Mesa in Dulce, New Mexico, at the mysterious Dulce base. My name is Eric J. Cockrell. You may know me from my work on Blister and my Adhesive Man work in Defective Comics. I'm back with an incredible new comic called Dulce by an incredible team. This book is created and written by myself and creator Gene Hoyle.
Hi guys, I'm Gene, writer of the amazing Gateway Runners and Labyrinth of Bones. This book promises to be even better than both of those, so check it out.
Line work by Greg Warrencheck.
Hi guys.
And colors by Avery Ferdinand. Hi. Bring this awesome tale of science fiction fantasy vibrantly to life. Rounding out our creative team are Mike Wagner on letters.
Hello everyone, I am Mike Wagner and I am the letterer for Dulce.
And Chuck Pinois is editor.
Hey! Oh, and it's Pinot. You know, like the wine?
Every penny of this Kickstarter effort goes towards the art team, continue on the series, and towards purchasing print copies of the book and promotion. Please take a look at what we have in store and pledge at dulcecomic.com.
Why am I stuck down here? Well, you got a problem with nerds, Roger? Roger said nerds, LOL. I'm a nerd. I'm a proud nerd. I'm a nerd and a geek. I go both ways. Yes, that sounded dirty, and no, I don't apologize for it. This looks like it'll be a fun comic book. I got to meet up with Eric, and I can tell you that Eric is just an extremely passionate guy about this book. He kept talking about it. He kept telling me more and more about the book, and I got to be even more excited about it. So, you know, being able to be around a creator and talking to them is always great because you get to hear the energy that they put into it. That's one thing I want to talk about these Kickstarters is I don't think people realize how much people put into this. I mean, we're at C2E2, one of the best events of the year, and Eric's mind is in the Kickstarter, man. He's there talking about it with people. He's advocating for himself. It was really awesome. I really appreciated hanging out with him and meeting him in person for the first time. We're having great conversations, and him telling me how excited he is for this book and how he wants to see it grow and become something bigger. So that's very, very awesome to know that there is a bigger story behind everything. I don't have any spoilers to give you. I tried my hardest to get some spoilers to give you guys. He did not give up anything I can use to spoil it. So not that I would, but sometimes it's fun to get the creators to slip up a bit and know something. Chuck says, see, and I always say duels say. Since the beginning of this Kickstarter, I've gotten it. It's duels, right? Says it's hardcore. Chuck says repping. Eric said love chatting in person. Yeah, I loved hanging out with Eric. Eric's a great guy. And Roger said super backed. Roger, you're super. So now, of course, this is last rites. So we don't just look at the Kickstarter video. We go deep. We go full in. Not just the tip, but all the way. Looks like in 1 hour they actually have a video coming up. So we're going to give you, there's a 5-page preview right here. And we're going to just slowly let you look at it. Yeah, that's right. Gene and me, while I'm slowly scrolling this, we're at SuperCon. We were super close to each other. But here's the truth for you new creators who think you're going to go to shows and hang out. It doesn't happen. You don't get to talk to anyone, man. You do not get to talk to anyone except for the people coming by your table when you're at a table, because your table is like, especially if you're by yourself, that's it. You're locked in for the hours of the con. And then sometimes you try to wait out. Like, I'll wait till they kick me out, till every person's out. So I didn't even really get to hang out with Gene the whole time he was there. And of course, Eric is saying, tune in to Kickstarter live tonight in 90 minutes. He's going to give the spoilers he wouldn't give me at C2E2. So I like the fact that they have a visitor's guide. I thought that was really, really clever. And they got some great packages here. You can get the Nerd Nation comic book, and I think that's a PDF version. The visitor guide, you get instantly a PDF. That's not going to be till the end. You're going to get a retailer level, which is 15 copies of duels. There I go again. Chuck said that he's going to spoil you like a bad grandparent. There's no such thing as a bad grandparent who spoils. But we're going to talk about the fact that this sketch cover is kind of cool. These tiers here are some amazing stuff. You know, I like the fact that they're making a real retailer batch, because that's pretty cool. I'm always on the fence about that because I'm nervous about it personally, that like 10 people will get together and like back it that way to get the book cheaper. I know it sounds silly, but it is something that I'm nervous about. Gene says, I'll spoil the shit out of the book for a large enough pledge. Chuck said for $1,000 he'll sit on your lap and spoil the whole thing for you. I think that we should do is charge people $1,000 not to sit on their lap and whisper dirty things into their ears. I remember during Fetish Babies, I kept promising anyone who did back me would not have to worry about waking up next to me naked in their bed. So of course we're having a little fun here because this is a humor book, and it's fun, and it's supposed to be fun. Not every book's got to be serious. So and these guys are funny, and I like it, man. I've read the preview. If you guys haven't read the preview, you clearly haven't backed the book yet, because the minute you read this preview, you're going to back it. Now, I'm not going to read it to you. I'm not going to do everything for you guys. You guys got to do something on your own. So you got to come here and you got to read this preview. And you got to see why you got to back this. But also, I just want to take a minute. I'm going to go back down here. We're going to look at the names in this project. And I want you guys to understand the importance of building a good team. See, when you have a good team, it speaks for themselves. Of course, Eric is in the guy, I believe, who launched it. If I'm not mistaken, this is under his name. He is the co-creator and co-writer. Eric is the first and foremost a storyteller. He's been publishing books. He's been publishing works, since 2015, and he has run 3 successful comic book Kickstarters and launched 10 comics in the past 3 years. So that's pretty amazing. He's got the Defective comics, which I think is funny as hell. Adhesive Man and Blister. Blister blew up big last year. Just real quick, okay, here we go. Gene gave us this little tidbit. For those not watching on YouTube, I'm going to read it out loud. The book is a lot of fun, but there is also danger at every step. Marcus is in way over his pay grade. So Marcus, of course, is the new guy. And we're kind of being told, if I got this right, and there's enough people in the chat room to call me out if I got it wrong, but I believe that Marcus is the new guy, and that's not a picture of Marcus. That's a picture of Gene that we're talking to in the chat room right now. So Marcus is the new guy, and we're pretty much learning about this place as he's going through his first couple days at his new post, I believe is what you would call it. So I hope I'm saying that right. So now we're gonna watch things through his eyes and his I guess he's the gravity of the story, because I'm lacking a better terminology for that right now. And we're going to follow things from his point of view and learn things that he's probably getting himself into some trouble. All the best stories are about getting in trouble, aren't they? So it's interesting that, you know, the things above your pay grade, it just reminds me of like when you go to work and you get into some shit and you're like, I don't get paid enough for this. So that almost reminds me of that idea. Yep, Marcus is the new guy. All right. And we've all been the new guy. We've all been the new guy. We've all been like, why the hell did I say yes to this job? And that's kind of what I think we're going to get the feel for. And Gene, of course, is the co-creator and co-writer. Gene finds writing to be his purpose in life. Character and world building are his ideas of fun times. Science fiction is a personal favorite, with Gateway Runners being his first published work way back in 2015. Gateway Runners, Leviathan of Bones, which you guys know that we covered. Greg. Whoa. Wow. Okay, we're going to try this name once. I'm sorry when I get it wrong. It's Warnachek. Hopefully that was close. Greg started in storyboards, but decided to focus on his first love, indie comics. He produced art for countless series over the last decade. Although most haven't been published, he hopes to become famous enough to get one or two pieces of outraged fan mail. I get outraged fan mail all the time. It's not what you think it is, Greg. It's not. It's not as much fun as you think it is. Sometimes it can be. The death threats get kind of fun, but beyond that, it's just not worth it. Just become famous without the outrage. His previous work was Bless the Children, Hellcraft, Ravage, Mosquito Man, which I've never heard of Mosquito Man. This is Avery Farandade. I think I got that one right. Avery is a talented graphic designer, illustrator, and colorist located in the Philippines. Harlan Buck is the letterer. He's a jack of all trades in the comic field. He has illustrated, written, colored, lettered, edited, and produced comics for many publishers. He did the adventures of El Diablo Azul, Leviathan of Bones, and World's Edge. Sorry, I'm choking to death. And I know this guy. This is Chuck. He's like the wine. Better with time. Chuck has always enjoyed telling stories and bringing worlds to life. He's also recently leapt full force into the indie comics world, making his name first as an editor and hopefully soon as a writer. Upcoming work, Welcome to the Void, No Road Home, and Belia. And I've never actually seen that one. Did I get that? Michael Wagner. Oh, Harold Buck. I got that wrong. Okay, thank you. Michael Wagner was it, not Harlan Buck was previous work. I misread that as I was trying to not choke to death. Gotta love getting sick. All right, so it's very, very cool to see such a great creative team come together on this book. And I mean, if you haven't backed it, you just don't like comics. I gotta say, I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't see you guys liking comics if you're gonna be serious about comic books and you're gonna say you're a fan of comic books without backing this. This is one of those books where you've got the talented group. The art is very well done. It's spot on. It looks like it's ready to be made into a cartoon. And it looks like it's going to be a funny cartoon at that, you know, and I love comic books because they give us a look into new worlds. And I'm just very, very thrilled by the fact that I can call these guys my friends. Like, I know these guys. I know how hard they're working. So there is no other video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys one final look, and then I'll make sure that there's nothing else from the guys who are watching the video, and we'll get their comments in for you. So, and of course, watch their show tonight. It's the big show, apparently, and not the guy in the WWE, but something different. So here's the coming attraction, and we'll be right back.
What if it turned out that every supernatural conspiracy theory was true? Roswell happened, Area 51 is real, aliens are conducting experiments on Earth, Bigfoot exists, and strange things are occurring 2 miles below the surface of the Archuleta Mesa in Dulce, New Mexico, at the mysterious Dulce base. My name is Eric J. Cockrell. You may know me from my work on Blister and my Adhesive Man work in Defective Comics. I'm back with an incredible new comic called Dulce by an incredible team. This book is created and written by myself and creator Gene Hoyle.
Hi guys, I'm Gene, writer of the amazing Gateway Runners and Labyrinth of Bones. This book promises to be even better than both of those, so check it out.
The line work by Greg Warrencheck.
Hi guys.
And colors by Avery Ferdinand.
Hi.
Bring this awesome tale of science fiction fantasy vibrantly to life. Rounding out our creative team are Mike Wagner on letters.
Hello everyone, I am Mike Wagner and I am the letterer for Dulce.
And Chuck Pinois is editor.
Hey, oh, and it's Pinot, you know, like the wine.
Every penny of this Kickstarter effort goes towards the art team, continue on the series, and towards purchasing print copies of the book and promotion. Please take a look at what we have in store and pledge at dulcecomic.com.
So the final comments, and I'll just let that play while I read this. So in the comments section, apparently Garland Buckins is now going to become a spoof comic of Harlan Buck. Gene says that his name is Eric, and you may know him from his long career as an erotic dancer. Chuck says that I'm Gene. I live in a bluegrass hut. Eric says that long in every sense of the word. It's like hanging out with 3 Deadpools. So obviously you guys can see, if you guys are monitoring the chat room, the sense of humor. So I can't say enough about the creative force behind this project. If I haven't sold it to you right now, it's because you have no soul. I'm sorry. No one's ever told you this before, but you don't have one. But there's good news, because I'm told, and this is absolutely not guaranteed, and there's nothing related to money back guaranteed ever with indie comics, but I've been told that in every comic book, there's a soul for those who don't have a soul. I'm just saying. So for those of you who didn't think you needed this because you saw it and you were like, I don't know if I should back it, it's because you don't have a soul, but the answer is in the book, because every book comes with a soul. All right, I'm going to have to move on, but Gene says we laugh so we don't cry. Don't make me laugh. Worst thing you can do is laugh when you have a cough. And Chuck says we have souls at least. Yeah, I mean, if you're in indie comics, you have to be ready to sell that soul to get anywhere. And with that, you know what to back now. We could pretty much stop the show now, but we won't. We'll go on to some other Kickstarters. But I know everyone's backed this one, so I hope everyone's got some more money. And remember, every dollar counts. So this is certainly a Kickstarter worth a single dollar. We're going to move on to Dead Duck, but before we do that, I just want to load the next Kickstarter beyond that so we can check it out. And let's see what's going on with Dead Duck and Zombie Chick. And I swear to you, I think I dated Zombie Chick in high school.
Hi, this is Jay Fosgett, comic book creator, worked for Marvel Comics, Boom Studios, IDW, and SourcePoint Press, who published Dead Duck and Zombie Chick. The comic book came out a couple years ago. It was a big success, and most recently we created a radio series based on some of the stories that I created for the comic. We did 4 episodes and recorded it all in Toronto. It turned out awesome, and now we're doing a Kickstarter to release it on vinyl. That is record albums for you old fogies like me. So the majority of the albums will have my artwork on them, and then we'll be doing a limited amount, which will be blank, like the Beatles' White Album, that I will be drawing on as a reward. And we have some other artistic rewards as well, and it's going to be really awesome. So I encourage you guys to contribute to the Kickstarter, and hopefully we'll have more Dead Duck episodes in the future and more Dead Duck comics. Oh, one more thing. We're going to have a special wearable that will be part of the Kickstarter that will have digital comics on there and all the episodes. So you really want to get on board with that. I'd never even heard of it. I thought they were making it up. It's real. So Help us out. Let's make it all happen. Thank you.
So how cool does that look? I know you want your copy of this vinyl record, and it can be yours by clicking the link here. And let's see what happens when we click the link. So you guys can see I'm getting the digital version. I think the reason I went for the digital version was the fact that I'm afraid to have a record, to be honest with you, the way my son is. But I noticed that they're struggling. So if they keep struggling to make their goal, I'll up it. But for right now, I'm going to stay with the $2 because I just think it'll be something Jax will find and ruin. And, you know, that's the cost of having a kid. I mean, I could store it, but vinyl always makes me nervous where you got to store it. I don't even know. I used to have a good vinyl collection. I gave it up because we were living in an apartment where things got ruined, and I suddenly didn't want to have anything because if it's going to get ruined, why keep it for so long, right? So you guys can see the people behind the characters. Now, the combining the talents of the veteran animation voice actress and producer Allison Court, and of course Jay Fawcett is the voice, I believe, behind Dead Duck. And you guys can see here they're in their recording studio in the heart of Toronto. And here's what it's all based upon. So you guys can see you can't kill a dead duck. So, I mean, it's definitely something that's interesting. I like the fact that it's vinyl, though. I got to admit, like, I don't have a record player. I wish I did. I actually like records. I know it makes me sound old, but they do sound better. I'm sorry, they just do. And, of course, Allison Court is the voice of Jubilee. For those of you X-Men fans, and Claire Redfield, if you guys know who that is, that's from a game. I can't name the game off the top of my head, but I think I remember it. And you guys can actually have a Skype call with Allison. Then you get a personalized thank you for the voice actor. And a special thanks to musical guest Black Jake, and the Carnies. So that's kind of interesting. This is brought to you by SourcePoint Press, which you guys can see. And I kind of dig this. It's a USB... what are they calling it? Let's see. It's the wearable wristbands with all 4 episodes. So the 4 episodes will be stored in here. So that's kind of cool and badass. I almost wish they gave like a little bit of a preview to what they actually do in this, because that would have been kind of cool. I have no doubt that this is going to make its goal. But it's always good to share. So we're going to take a minute right now. And we're going to share this. And we're going to talk about how amazing it is. Remember, this year we just don't want to share it. We want to take it to the next level. So I'm going to put, wow. Look at this project. It's actually going to be pressed in vinyl. Now, let me see how bad I spelled. I think I did vinyl wrong, and it just doesn't. Let me see. V-I-N. I know you guys were all excited watching me fuck up spelling. There we go, vinyl. So, all right, post to Facebook, and we're on. So, very excited about this. Seriously, I want to hear it. I love the Jubilee voice actress. I don't know if you're supposed to say actor or actress. I'll say both just to keep myself there, but an animation voice actress, so I can say voice actress. So I know there was a thing where the actors are supposed to be just called actors now. I don't know where that's gone or if it's going to be a thing, but I'm always trying to be respectful of others. And this is something that looks fan-freaking-tastic. I really, really dig this, and I really hope to see more of this in the near future. We're going to move on, but before we do that, we're just going to just make sure that our next one is loaded. This is Spencer Spooky. And of course, this is where we play it. There we go.
Hi,
I'm Brian K. Morris, Chief Set of Hands at Rising Tide Publications, and we've got a project that I think you will become enthusiastic about supporting, The Ghostly Tales of Spencer Spook, #1. We've got a brand new artist, Eric Hawkins, who has knocked himself out bringing the art to life. Now, Spencer started out in Giggle Comics back in the 1940s, was revived back in the 1980s, and we're bringing him back for the 21st century. Please check out the descriptions below and on the side. We've got some terrific incentive editions. We've got a blank cover. We've also got another variant cover by Eric Hawkins himself, as well as brand new covers by Scoot McMahon, Ty Templeton, and Ken Whedon. So check them out. And if your local comic book shop would like to get in on the action, we've got a little something for them too. So thank you for your consideration, and thank you for looking at The Ghostly Tales of Spencer Spook.
All right, so I just met Scoot, who worked on a book with Mr. Manning, Mr. Dirk Manning, and it's pretty cool, actually. I'm going to probably wind up doing a review on it. I've just been so sick, I haven't been able to go over anything from C2E2. I was like in bed sick last week, which is very unlike me. So I have a lot to get out to you guys in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for some amazing things, even from C2E2. There's not a lot to see on the Kickstarter itself. I do wish that there was more talk of regular stuff. However, I'm gonna do you guys a solid. I know that today there was a new video made, so we're gonna search out that video because I am actually friends with the creator, who I just tagged, Brian. So let's see what's going on with Brian. And oh no, we're crossing the streams. Right, if I spelt Brian right, it probably would help. Let's do the last name. All right, here we go. Brian K. Morris. Oh, that one worked. Okay. So Rising Tide Publications. And here we go. All right, now I'm looking for a video, and there it is. I could have sworn there was one from today, though. Maybe he did it on something different. Yeah, it was 9 hours ago. Damn it. Oh, I'm all discombobulated. All right, so I can't find that one, which kind of sucks, because that was 1 hour ago. Let me reload it. Sometimes I don't know why this actually does work. Maybe if I do, oh, well, yeah, like I said, reloading, it works. Welcome to Facebook, right? All right, here we go. And during this, I'm just going to cough and cry into a pillow if I can ever get it to play. Come on. Come on, Facebook. There.
You did it. Hi, everyone. Brian K. Morris here with a special celebratory message. We talked this morning on Nevermind the Furthermore about Spencer Spook, The Ghostly Tales of Spencer Spook #1, the all-ages humor comic from me, Rising Tide, and Eric Hawkins, and a whole bunch of other good people. Well, thanks to you, we made our $2,000 on Kickstarter. Thank you so very much. However, the work's not done. It's not done. I told you this morning that when we reach 90%, we would announce the stretch goal. Well, we had 100% and we didn't hit 90%. We went straight to 100, so I guess you'll never know. No, wait, no, seriously. What we're going to do is if we can get 2,500 by Friday or 3 days from now, whatever that works out to be. Anyway, we're not thinking straight. Anyway, if we can get up to $2,500 before the end of the campaign, we're going to do something a little special. You see, the issue of Giggle Comics, where we're getting the origin of Spencer Spook, there was a second story in there of Spencer Spook. Never before reprinted. We are going to create a special booklet with that story in it if we reach 2,500. And that story will go out to everyone who at any level ordered a copy of the comic book. So if you get if you're just getting the e-version of the book, you'll get an electronic version of it as a PDF. Or if you want the physical copy, we are going to make a physical copy for you. And we'll think of other things to do to make it the packaging a little sweeter and everything. But anyway, we just wanted to let you know that yes, we made it. We made the the $2,000. I am just astounded. I just went out for a bit and came back to find this happen. So I'm excited. I hope everyone else is. Again, thank you to everyone who pledged, to everyone who's on the fence. Go back and take another look, okay? It's going to be all ages, all fun. It's not to say it's going to be written for kids. I'm just saying you can leave it on the table and not worry about what they see when they pick it up. But there's stuff in there for all ages. I said it's all ages, truth in advertising, right? Plus a golden age reprint that's not seen the light of day in probably about 70 years. All kinds of original stuff, all kinds of variant comics. There's all kinds of wonderful, cool things going on with this very first Kickstarter campaign, and it's a success. I want to give a special shout out to Rick and Brian and Aaron and everybody at comicspriceguide.com and Tales from the Geek. Please check out their Facebook pages. Check out Comics Price Guide online. Go there. Sign up as free. Hear me talk about them. I wouldn't talk about them if I didn't love them, and you'll love them too. And anyway, everyone who's here right now, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the congratulations, everyone. I have you to thank for it. I really do. All I am the facilitator. And thanks to Eric Hawkins for his hard work and his too. And to everyone who shared our message. And I remember we got 3 days. If we can hit $2,500, we're going to put out that special imprint, or special reprint rather, of the other Spencer Spook story in the book. And then after that, we're going to have to really get creative. We've got some other things we can do also. So, but let's get to $2,500 by the end of the campaign on Friday. I think it's Friday. We started on time. Oh, we're brain dead, but we've got the cure. Cook that thing. Anyway, again, thank you all for your support. We still have a ways to go, so keep pledging, keep throwing money at us, and let's see what we got to keep doing to make everyone happy. And remember, that's what we're doing. We're doing it for. We're doing it for you. Thank you so much again. Remember, that's this Ghostly Tales of Spencer Spook #1, and if you need a link, it's in the description up above. It starts with kck.st and goes on from there. I'm not going to memorize it. But anyway, please check it out. All right. Thank you all very much. Have a fantastic, fantastic rest of the Monday. This is how you start the week. Take care and be good.
All right. We're going to head back to the Kickstarter now. I want every creator who just watched this, and even fans and advocates for indie comics to understand the importance of video. That personality that comes across in that video, it makes you want to me especially, it makes me want to back that creator, because that creator is passionate about what they're creating. They're just so energetic. That makes me energetic about the property and the potential for it, because if someone is that passionate on a video about creating something, you know that they're going to go through, they're going to make it, they're going to send it to you because they're going to want you to read it. So when you see someone that excited, that much into what they created, there's a comfort in it. And of course, I'll be backing the project myself. And I'm going to actually do that now. What should I do? I'm going to go with the PDF. And a lot of times the PDF is just because ultimately, I hope to buy the book in person. Why isn't it doing this? I have no idea why, but like 2 weeks ago, it stopped allowing me to do things. All right, so I'm going to leave it like this, and I'm going to back it off screen. So every time I try to back it while we're on, it goes to my phone as a way not to get my ID stolen by the Russians or something. I don't know. It just doesn't work. So we're going to move on, but I am very, very excited to see this book, and I hope you guys know that it's at least worth $1 to show support. We're going to move on, but before we fully move on, I just want to load our next Kickstarter, which will be Stormie, and then after that will be Nikolai. We did 2 this time to get ahead. All right, so this is Staunch Ambition. And now Brian made this music. So. And because this is Kickstarter Last Rites, let's beam up to the Kickstarter's homepage. Here we are, sitting at 3,779 on 5,000. 3 days to go. It's going to be tight, but I don't think that this is going to fail. You want to know why? Because the art is so beautiful. How could something so beautiful fail? It's got an amazing creative team. It's got an established record. I own the other 2 issues thanks to Kickstarter, and they're in my collection of indie comics. And of course, for you guys who don't know, the cover to issue 1 was created by Freddie Williams, who has worked on Marvel, DC, and IDW, and most recently worked on the renowned Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. So that's kind of cool. And of course, he did the our cover for the preview, which was created by Kohai Fan. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. Kohai is currently working on Teen Titans. And you guys can just see the amazing amount of creators. And everyone knows Leah Letterman. Amazing editor and creator. That's right. She's also a creator. She's worked with Dirt. She's worked with me. She's worked with Howie. She's worked with Russell. Just an amazing, amazing, amazing editor. If you guys need an editor, seek her out. And, of course, this is an amazing thing. And look, here it's time for the bonus video. That's what I like.
Hello. I just wanted to make a quick video to say hello. I'm happy to have you back checking out our Kickstarter for issue 3. Issue 3 is amazing. Everything came together for it. Music, cover by Clayton Crane. Amazing story with beautiful art. So could you, where's issue 3 over there? Here. Show them. What's up with this? This is 1 page.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is a prototype. All right. So let me introduce you to one of the creative geniuses behind our book, Angela. So anyways, issue 3's cover by Clayton Crane, as you can see, is magnificent. Can you see all of the standard issues? So I want to go through just the general idea of the rewards. We have a preview, issues 1 and 2, and then, of course, now issue 3 coming out. And I have a limited availability of signed issues by Koi Fan, who did the cover to the preview, and Freddie Williams did the cover to issue 1. Also, extremely important to the Kickstarter are the Kickstarter exclusives. Nobody else can get them but you guys who support the Kickstarter. So I have a few left of issues 1 and 2, limited, numbered, and signed. Variant cover number 1, variant cover number 2, and there's a variant cover, Clayton Crane, alternate reality cover. And it comes with an exclusive poster that's also limited numbered. So I also have, oh wait, love this one. Silver Meow. We have 2 new songs composed by Silver Meow and myself. You're listening to that, and the other song is in my trailer above. But I'm also going to have some of the issues, limited exclusive issues, signed by Clayton. So get those while they last as well. And then the prints. We have add-ons of T-shirts. These prints, extra prints. If you need any, if you want any add-on that's not there, just let me know. Send me a message and simply add that amount to whatever reward tier you choose. Hey, where'd you go? So, all right. Well, thank you. I just thought I'd go through and share my excitement for issue 3, and thank you for checking us out again. Have a good day. We taught our dog a trick to turn comic book pages. All right, I'm ready to read the book. Come here, Mia. All right, you're gonna turn the pages for me when I say turn. Okay? Turn the page. All right, turn the comic book page. All right, turn the page. You're not. You're supposed to turn the comic book page. Turn it. Turn the comic book page. Stay.
Stay.
All right, now don't move.
Stay.
Mia. Whatever you do,
Stay.
don't move.
Stay.
I'll help you. Turn the comic book page. Come on. Give me your turn. Give me your turn. Give me your turn. Give me your turn. Are you gonna ruin this, or are you gonna help?
Sorry.
Turn it. Oh yeah, good one. All right, turn the car. Come on, turn it. Yeah, that's really good.
Stay. Stay.
Good dog.
Stay.
It's always hard to work with animal actors. They want a lot of money. They don't always listen to the director like they should. But the one thing that you cannot deny is the beauty in this project. My God, the art in it is just by itself. Forget a story. This book is worth at least $1 just based on the art, right? I know you guys know it's true. So let's get behind this. Let's share it with our friends. You know someone out there who would love the art in this book, would absolutely be like mesmerized by the art. And remember that you can get issues 2 and 1 with this. And I know I could have said 1 and 2, but I like being different, okay? So you can also add on original pages. You can have a commission done. How cool is that? This is all printed by Comics-Well Spring. It's a division of Greco Printing. And a shout out to some of their favorite podcasts right here. And the mission of Reese's Rainbow is to advocate for families for orphans with Down syndrome and special needs by raising funds for adoption, grants, and promoting awareness through online community, media, communications, and other events. During issue 3, they are proud to be supporting and bringing attention to the charity very dear to the creator's heart, Reese's Rainbow. So that's fantastic. I love the fact the budgeting winds up always being in there. It's something I don't really say because I don't have to, because my budget's always printing. What it will cost me basically to print is what I ask for. I don't ask for art or anything, so I keep it real simple. I keep it real, yo. I keep it real. Speaking of keeping it real, let's keep the program going on, because I know you guys are like, wow, I want to back every Kickstarter. What else you got for me, Rob? Well, you're in luck, because I've got Stormie on deck.
Hey everybody, this is Douglas Brown. I'm the artist and creator of Stormie, singer, songwriter, badass. I've been an illustrator for about a decade, working on some independent titles. I've also done storyboards for film and television. Long story short, I love to create images and put them in stories. And what I'm looking for is a colorist to help me finish out issue number 2. I've already done everything else. I just need to find an extra set of hands to give it some color and give it some pop. Stormie is a pop star out on tour. Unfortunately, it's turning into tour from hell. In issue number 1, she's in Louisiana, gets pulled over during a statewide narcotics sweep, and ends up, some of her fan mail is tainted, so she goes to jail. While in prison, she ends up meeting, let's just say, not a fan, and ends up in a fight that gets her face scarred. Issue number 2 picks up when she is released, and you get to see the aftermath of that one event and how it affects the rest of her life. Now the question becomes, is Stormie strong enough to handle this new life, or is she going to turn into another Hollywood washout? Stormie, she isn't a superhero in the traditional sense of, shooting stuff out of her hands, or claws, or yellow spandex, or flying, or anything like that. She is a fighter, but not with her hands. She's quick-witted, she's compassionate, she's, sassy, maybe a little sexy, a little silly, but she always believes in trying to do the right thing. As far as prizes, what's in it for you guys? We have some really great stuff, and there's the usual prints, PDFs, have a poster, and this poster is going to be done by Don Kramer. Now, Don Kramer has been an industry veteran for about 20 years. He's been with DC for quite a while. He's done Bird of Prey, JSA, Wonder Woman. Basically, long story short, he's crazy talented, and he's going to make her look phenomenal. And I can't wait to see what he comes up with. Somebody else is Drew Grassi. Drew Grassi's been in Marvel and DC. He's done everything. I mean, everything. Just look him up. Captain America, JLA, also Wonder Woman. And I sent him a link to Stormie for him to check out. He liked it a lot. As a matter of fact, He thought it was very refreshing and different, and he has agreed to do the cover for issue number 2. And that's going to be really exciting, but I need you guys to help me. It is a dark story. However, ultimately, it's about redemption. It's about taking those gifts and abilities that we have and making the most of them. Like I said earlier, Stormie doesn't have superpowers. She can't leap a tall building or stop a bullet, but she has a microphone and a voice, and she still wants to change the world. She's a good character. I hope you guys like her. And I hope to see you all out in the conventions. And make sure to give me a follow on Instagram at Stormie Comic and Facebook. And I'll talk to you guys later.
So how cool is that? Let's check out the Kickstarter page. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a long shot with 28 hours to go, but that's okay. And here's the importance of understanding it. Even now, it's even important to make sure that you're backing this project, to tell the creator that they've created something that is fantastic. It's interesting. I've never seen quite a book like this. It kind of reminds me of Gem, but not exactly. I think it's interesting. I certainly think it's worth $1. And, you know, like he said, they're just waiting for a couple people to jump on to help finish the book. So you know the book's already been in play. It's already just about ready to go. It needs a colorist. I mean, it's got a great About Me section. I don't know. I don't know why so many Kickstarters are struggling nowadays. This one looked like it'd be an easy one to get funded. It's about music. Music was very popular last year. I'm kind of been scratching my head about what's going on with some Kickstarters, and this is one of the ones I'm kind of curious about, but I don't know. And here's the important thing to remember, guys. When you back a Kickstarter with $1 single, you will make your friends aware of this Kickstarter. You make it get known to people that this Kickstarter is out there. So please take the time and share it. Tell people why you think it's cool. Tag people in it that you think might like it. And pledge $1 to tell the creator they're on the right track. We're going to move on real quickly to Nikolai Volkov. That's not Nikolai. Here's Nikolai. Of course, Nikolai Volkov, the WWF Hall of Famer.
I try to do my favor. I try to teach the people a little bit class. You know, Russia, we have class. You know, Russia, when Americans come there, we sing American in Sri Lanka. Everybody stand up, not because we like it, but because we have a class.
Gentlemen, thank you for supporting Kickstarter, my 2 books, and now is number 3 coming, and that is the best. And I hope you love it, and thank you very much for your support.
A Croatian immigrant and champion weightlifter, a judo expert, a pro wrestling superstar who sold out Madison Square Garden, the tag team partner of the Iron Sheik, tag team world champion at WrestleMania 1, WWE Hall of Famer. These are but a few of the accolades collected by the legendary Nikolai Volkov, famed Russian heel who dominated the wrestling scene in the 1970s and 80s. This is his life story told in comic form. 3 issues of escape from communism, rise to wrestling royalty, and claim of immortality. Get the whole story in this Kickstarter campaign. As rewards for helping us fund production, printing, and distribution for Nikolai Comic, we are offering multiple cover variants, including an oversized magazine edition of the comic. Also available are a Nikolai logo decal and a variety of autographed items, comics, posters, trading cards, mini Soviet flags, and action figures. There are also opportunities to get original art from the comic and have your likeness drawn into a future Squared Circle comic and have your business full-page ad included in the book. Thanks for checking out our Kickstarter campaign and for supporting indie wrestling comics.
I'm a fan. You guys know that. We're going to go right to the page. Nikolai was a big deal because I've said this before. My family came from the Ukraine, so in the Ukraine, communism was huge. And he represented it and really sold it and became like one of the most, I'd say, hated heels ever, because he was supporting something that really, really people hated. And the fact that they were tag team champions, the fact that they constantly won, it said something, you know? John Crowther, of course, the guy behind this, been bringing these things to life. Just an amazing guy. He's one of those guys that you wish you could wear his skin for a day to meet some of the legends that he gets to talk to. And you can see some amazing rewards for this project. Absolutely amazing that that he's in the Hall of Fame. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but it's just good to know that he was added. Just a hugely important part of the WWF and WWE landscape. I don't know how much more I can tell you. It's Nikolai Volkov, people. If you don't know who he is, go there's this thing called Google. Understand, he made what a heel is today. He's the guy who created it. He was one of the founding guys who made a heel what it is. So, I mean, just really, really just impressive stuff. And I'm in awe of the fact that this is such a great project. I've gotten to read the first couple of them, and I believe that I heard that this isn't just now a project that they love, but it's also a featured project on Kickstarter, meaning that Kickstarter itself is now featuring it, which, I mean, is well-deserved, well-deserved. But you guys can see right here, little thing right there, project we love. How awesome is that? And let's see if they get a featured thing here. I don't know if they have a featured. Let's see if Kickstarter does like a featured section. Now, this is one we're going to be talking about probably soon, the help preventing, but we'll get there. I can't find where they would feature it, but I do know that they said that it was featured. It's an amazing project, guys. Get behind it. If you're a wrestling fan, there should be a no-brainer. But if you're a fan of history, just understanding what this gentleman had to go through to come here, and it's a great story in just that respect. There's a human tale to be told within these pages that I think that you guys might be missing out on if you think this is just about wrestling. So I do encourage you to check out the story of Nikolai Volkov. Now, remember, there's only 2 days left. So if you're watching this video 2 days from now, you might have missed out on an amazing project. So hopefully you didn't miss out on it. We have one last thing to check out today, and that is Light Earth, which we're going to go to right now. And this is going to be a short video. This is really just covers and collected concept art, so it's not really a huge new project, but it's an interesting project.
Hi everyone, J.R. Blanton here, the writer and creator of the Light Earth series. It's been a while since we were on Kickstarter, but we are back with the Ultimate Light Earth collection. There will be standard and adult versions of this. Of course, obviously the adult will feature more pages, but this is going to be a collection of some of the best art that we've ever produced, and it is amazing. And this is stuff that, you know, people from DC, Marvel, Image, Dark Horse, we've got some really good names and also some new names that you may never have heard of before. But check this campaign out. We hope you guys will pledge and that you'll enjoy this one. This will also be the first time that we're joined up with SR Comics International and my good friend Stephen Rose. So if you guys have any questions, just feel free to let us know, and check out the tiers. And we hope you guys really like this one. So have a good one.
So, of course, we're going to go check it out real quick. Let's get over to it. Obviously, they've made their goal more than within. They only have 36 minutes to go. Wow, I didn't realize that when we were doing this, how close this was going to become. So it's now or never, guys. I guess that goes for me, too. As soon as I get off this program, I'm going to have to make my decision over what I want. I think that I'm going to go, especially now that I know that they funded so well, I think I'm going to go with the printed. maybe the standard B package. So I don't mind nudity. Maybe I'll go for the adult version. We'll have to see. That's a decision I have to make, but it's a great decision I have to make because I'm so impressed by it. I'm absolutely just, you know, wow, what do I need? I mean, look at the art in this project. Some people have some problems with the fact that the characters are a little bit sexualized, but once again, that's what fantasy is. Sometimes people want this type of fantasy, and you guys got to understand that. Comic books have always been about telling a fantasy story, and that's what this is. It's a collection of fantasy art brought together to titillate the imagination, if you would. And, you know, I don't want to go on and preach about it. I'll just say this. It's everyone's decision to buy what you feel you're comfortable buying. So if this is something that speaks to you and you like it, then buy it without remorse. If this is not something that you like, then don't back it. There's no reason to bash it. I can understand bashing this if this was like, you know, a kid's tale, light earth, and then you try to slip in nudity, which that is obviously not it. The creator himself, JR, says it, that there are two different versions. So he even understands that maybe not everyone won't be comfortable with nudity. So he made a version without nudity. So I respect that. And I respect JR and what he's doing. Congratulations on a successful Kickstarter with 35 minutes to go. Great hustle, great end. So that's it for the program today. We're going to quickly go back over exactly what went on today on our program. And remember, supporting Kickstarter only takes $1. One single dollar can show support, attract attention, help funds projects, creates new worlds, and supports creators, as well as telling all your friends on your Kickstarter friends list what you've backed. Kickstart for the Independent Creator is a second edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding made by Madeline Holly Rising and Christian Shin. Light Earth, we just saw that the collected covers, pinups, and art collection of covers, pinups, and art from the hit comic book series, Light Earth. Nikolai Volkov will make you tap out to preconceived notions of what it was to be a heel in the 1970s and 80s in a heartwarming tale of humanity. Nikolai Volkov, not a heel, not a communist, not a Russian, learn of his path from immigration to the Hall of Fame in this authorized, that's right, the man himself is allowing it to happen, comic book series. Stormie the singer, songwriter, badass, issue 2, graphic novel series, chronicling the chaotic life of pop singer as she deals with fame, fortune, and all scandals that follow. Check into the staunch ambition for issue 3, a supernatural science fiction exploring a new dimension. Azarus becomes vulnerable and must battle for possessions of one of the world's most cherished assets. Spencer Spooky returns in the new comic book, reviving a classic character from yesteryear in this brand new horror comic book that ghosts want to haunt. This ghost wants a house to haunt. Could it be yours? Dead Duck and Zombie Chick radio show vinyl pressing. The comic book comes to life in this epic recording. Get the vinyl pressing of Dead Duck and Zombie Girl radio show to have and to hold. And I'm going to just say it. Dual Seeks, what I've been saying, Dulles, whatever. It's not Dulles, but the new guy comic book. Marcus starts a job. It's his first day at the mysterious base. He encounters the reptilians, fear deities, Crimea, monsters, and a variety of other races of aliens. As one of the co-creators said earlier in the program, he is dealing with things above his pay grade. Speaking of pay grade, my name is Mr. Anderson, and if you want us to advocate for you, whether it's your Kickstarter or something else, send us an email at Indie Advocates. We'll see you on Wednesday for Kickstarter talk, and we hope that many of you will spend some time today backing some amazing Kickstarters.